A once-in-a-lifetime sightseeing trip turned into a horror show. Sofia Murillo boarded the sightseeing helicopter in Rio de Janeiro on Saturday with her mother Wendy and grandmother Rocio, and pilot Alessandro Roca was also aboard, and all were killed. Sofia had more than 250,000 followers across Instagram and TikTok, where she shared beauty advice and cosmetic reviews. Her final post came 3 days before the crash, dated August 5th, and it was about a gym workout. The family was vacationing in Brazil and booked a 20-minute flight to see the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue. Because the helicopter could only carry 3 passengers, the family split into groups. Sofia, her mom, and grandmother took off first around 11 a.m. Sofia's uncle, his wife, and the couple's 15-year-old daughter remained at the hangar. Her uncle said they grew increasingly worried when messages from their loved ones suddenly stopped and staff began talking about a possible emergency landing. They learned about the crash from news reports while waiting for their turn. The helicopter was heading towards some of the city's famous tourist landmarks when it crashed into dense forest and went down in a remote wooded area and burst into flames, complicating rescue efforts. Robinson R-44 helicopter crashed around 11:11 a.m. in thick vegetation in the large urban forest surrounding the city. Military personnel were called to the scene, where fire spread throughout the wooded hillside as a result of the crash. About 40 firefighters and 11 vehicles were deployed to the scene, which was hard to access. The helicopter caught fire immediately upon impact. The biggest challenge for the teams was access, both to enter and exit the site. The aircraft crashed into a very steep wooded area with precipitous cliffs, where it is only possible to work using rope techniques and safety equipment. When they arrived, in addition to the helicopter, there was also a fire caused by the explosion of the aircraft's fuel. The 4 bodies were found carbonized, and only Sofia has so far been formally identified through documents she was carrying. Dental records and DNA tests are being used to identify the other victims. Her uncle said, "We were a very happy family." He described his niece as a hard-working and diligent girl and added that the family had booked the flight with the last of their vacation savings and a credit card. "Life has pleasant moments and also difficult ones, but we were happy." He said, "I hope that on their last day they lived moments of happiness." And he added, "It hurts because they were very young, especially my niece, who was just 17 years old, and it hurts because we should have gone in that helicopter. My little sister, my mother, and my niece, I will love you always in this life and the next." The relatives had gone to Brazil to celebrate a quinceanera, the traditional birthday party of 15 years of age. The crash remains under investigation, but the tour company claims the helicopter's maintenance was current, the business had the required permit, and the pilot was properly licensed. A preliminary report is expected to be released in several weeks, and the final one will take months. Fire damage may hinder the use of any data recorded during the flight. Rest in peace, Sofia, Wendy, and Rocio.